Hey there. In a world that feels like it's constantly on fast forward, just finding a single moment of peace can feel, well, almost impossible. Today, we're going to change that. We're going to look at 5 super simple exercises that can bring you a sense of calm in just a few minutes.
Does this sound familiar? Your mind is just racing, you've got that heavy feeling of a to-do list that never ever ends, and you're just feeling totally overwhelmed. If you're nodding along, trust me, you are not alone. It's kind of the signature feeling of modern life for so many of us.
And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? This feeling isn't some rare occasion. A lot of the time, it feels like the default setting. Stress can feel like this constant companion. But, and this is a big but, just because it's common doesn't mean we just have to put up with it.
Okay, so let's get into it. I want you to think of this as a little workshop for your brain. We're not just going to talk about vague ideas. We're going to actively build your own mental wellness toolkit. We're talking 5 practical, easy-to-use tools you can pull out anytime, anywhere you need them. So first up, we're going to start with something you're literally doing right now, breathing. It is, without a doubt, the simplest and maybe the most powerful tool we have. We just have to learn how to use it on purpose.
And our very first tool for the kit is called box breathing. It's got a nice, simple structure, and it is incredibly good at hitting the reset button on your nervous system.
Let's just walk through this together. So you'll want to find a comfy spot. You breathe in through your nose for a count of 4, then you hold that for 4, and then, this is the important part, you do a longer, slower exhale for a count of 6. That longer exhale is what really tells your body it's okay to relax. Just do that a few times, maybe 3 to 5. And hey, if your mind wanders off, no big deal, that's what minds do. Just gently bring your focus back to the count.
So what's the big idea here? Box breathing is basically your mental pause button. You know, when everything feels like it's spinning out of control, this one technique lets you step in, break that stress cycle, and grab a moment of real, immediate calm.
All right, let's keep building on that. Next up, we're going to look at tools that use our senses. The whole idea is to pull ourselves out of that chaos happening in our heads and get grounded in what's actually happening right here, right now. So tool number 2 is mindful listening. This is all about using your sense of hearing to quiet all that internal chatter by focusing on the world outside of you.
And get this, all it takes is 2 minutes. Seriously.
That's it. That's the whole time commitment. And the steps couldn't be easier. Just get comfortable where you are, maybe close your eyes if you want, and then just listen. The trick is, you're not trying to figure out what the sounds are or if they're good or bad. Your only job is to notice them. In fact, let's try it for a second. Right now, what do you hear? You see, by pointing your attention outward like that, you're basically cutting off the fuel supply to the anxious part of your brain. It's a simple little trick to interrupt the noise inside by focusing on the noise outside. Okay, our third tool also taps into the senses, but this time it's all about the simple power of touch to anchor you back in your own body.
It's really simple. Just gently place a hand somewhere that feels kind of comforting, maybe on your arm, the back of your neck, or over your heart. And then, just like we did with the sounds, your only job is to notice the physical feelings. Can you feel warmth? What's the pressure like from your hand? Can you feel the texture of your shirt? Just hang out with that feeling for a minute or 2.
It's amazing, right? When your thoughts are just spiraling everywhere, this simple physical anchor, feeling the warmth of your own hand, it's this powerful little reminder that says, hey, you're right here, you're present, you're alive. And wow, that realization can be incredibly calming. All right, for our last category of tools, let's look at how tiny little physical actions can actually create huge shifts in how we feel mentally and emotionally.
Now this one might sound a little strange at first, but just stick with me here. Tool number 4 is what we'll call the relaxing smile. It's a subtle but really powerful little biohack. And it's super important to be clear about what we mean. This is not a big, cheesy, forced grin. Nope. Think of it as the complete opposite. It's a gentle, soft smile, just a tiny, relaxed upward turn of your lips. Kind of like the smile you might have when you're just about to drift off to sleep. Here's the cool part. Even if you don't feel happy at all, just holding that gentle expression for a minute or 2 creates this feedback loop. The muscles in your face actually send a signal up to your brain that says, hey, things might be okay. It's a physical way of telling your nervous system you can stand down, and it can genuinely change how you feel. And for our 5th and final tool, let's get moving a little bit. This one is mindful walking, and it's basically a meditation that you can do, well, anywhere. So as you're walking,
Just try to shift all of your focus down to your feet. Feel the sensation of the ground coming up to meet your shoes with every single step. The heel, the ball of your foot, your toes. Just notice that simple rhythm of moving and breathing. The best part is, you don't need a special path or anything. You can turn any walk, even just from your desk to the kitchen, into a moment of calm.
What this really does is transform a totally normal action into a really powerful mental exercise. It's a moving meditation. It helps you, both physically and, metaphorically, step away from all that clutter in your head and just come back to what's happening right now.
And just like that, there you have it. In just the last few minutes, we have put together a really powerful, totally portable toolkit for dealing with stress and finding a little bit of calm whenever you might need it.
So let's do a super quick recap. You've got box breathing, that's your instant pause button. You've got mindful listening to help you find focus, grounding touch to make you feel present, the relaxing smile to send that safety signal to your brain, and of course, mindful walking, your moving meditation. 5 tools, all ready to go.
So, all of this brings us to the final, and honestly, the most important question. The next time you feel that wave of stress or that sense of overwhelm starting to creep in, which one of these tools are you going to reach for first? The choice is all yours.